Most women don't realize how powerful they truly are because they spend years doubting themselves, settling for less, and living according to everyone else's expectations. But becoming a better woman doesn't happen through perfection. It happens through small decisions repeated every single day. The way you speak to yourself, the standards you set, the habits you build, the people you allow around you. Because in just 30 days, your life can begin changing completely if you finally decide to choose growth over comfort. A stronger woman is not created overnight. She is built through discipline, self-respect, emotional strength, and the courage to stop accepting the version of herself that no longer serves her future. And the truth is, nobody is coming to transform your life for you. The moment you take responsibility for your mindset, your habits, your confidence, and your peace, everything starts changing. So the question is not whether you can become a better woman in 30 days. The real question is, are you finally ready to become the woman you were meant to be? Your daily habits quietly shape the woman you become. Most people believe transformation happens through one big decision or one perfect moment, but real change is created through small actions repeated consistently over time. The way you start your mornings, the thoughts you repeat to yourself, the content you consume, the food you eat, and the standards you follow every day all build your identity little by little. Many women want confidence, peace, discipline, and self-respect, but they continue repeating habits that slowly damage their mindset and energy. Waking up without purpose, constantly comparing themselves to others online, surrounding themselves with negativity, ignoring their health, and delaying personal growth become patterns that quietly affect every area of life. These habits may seem harmless in the moment, but over time they shape emotions, self-worth, and future opportunities. Better habits create a stronger version of you because repetition builds identity. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen your self-respect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence grows. Small actions may not feel powerful immediately, but consistency changes everything. Reading daily improves the way you think. Exercising regularly changes not only your body, but also your mental strength. Protecting your time and energy creates emotional peace. The dangerous thing about bad habits is that they often feel easy and comfortable in the beginning. Comfort gives instant satisfaction, but long-term comfort without discipline slowly weakens ambition. Spending hours distracted on social media, avoiding responsibilities, procrastinating important goals, and constantly waiting for motivation can steal years of your life without you realizing it. One day, many people look around and wonder why they feel stuck, without understanding that their daily habits created that reality. Building better habits also means becoming intentional about your environment. The people around you influence your routines, your thinking, and your standards. If you surround yourself with negativity, gossip, laziness, and emotional chaos, eventually those patterns affect your own behavior. But when you surround yourself with growth, discipline, positivity, and purpose, your mindset begins changing naturally. Most transformation happens quietly behind the scenes. It happens through discipline on ordinary days when nobody is watching. The woman you become in the next 30 days depends on the choices you repeat consistently, not perfection, but repetition. Better habits are not about becoming someone fake or unrealistic. They are about becoming more aligned with the strongest, healthiest, and most confident version of yourself through the small daily decisions that slowly shape your future. Raising your standards changes the way you live, the way you think, and the way people treat you. Many women stay stuck in painful situations because they accept less than they truly deserve. They tolerate disrespect, low effort, negativity, unhealthy relationships, and environments that drain their energy simply because they fear being alone or believe they are asking for too much. But the quality of your life is directly connected to the standards you are willing to accept every single day. Your standards are not only about relationships. They affect your habits, your mindset, your discipline, your environment, and the way you see yourself. When your standards are low, you begin accepting behaviors that slowly destroy your peace and confidence. You allow excuses to control your life. You settle for temporary comfort instead of long-term growth. You remain connected to people who weaken your self-worth instead of protecting it. A woman with strong standards understands her value without needing constant validation from others. She does not beg for attention, chase approval, or lower herself just to keep people comfortable. She respects herself enough to walk away from situations that damage her mental and emotional well-being. Raising your standards means understanding that your time, energy, peace, and future are valuable. Many people become uncomfortable when you raise your standards because they benefited from the version of you that tolerated everything. The moment you create boundaries, protect your energy, and stop accepting disrespect, some people will call you difficult, cold, or different. But growth always changes relationships. Not everyone will support the stronger version of you because your improvement forces others to confront the areas of their own life they continue avoiding. Raising your standards also means expecting more from yourself. It means refusing to stay trapped in lazy habits, emotional chaos, or self-destructive routines. You begin taking responsibility for your health, your mindset, your discipline, and your future. You stop making excuses for behaviors that hold you back from becoming the woman you want to be. High standards create high-quality results over time. The way you speak to yourself improves. The people around you change. Your confidence becomes stronger because you stop accepting situations that constantly lower your self-worth. Standards protect your peace because they help you recognize what belongs in your life and what no longer deserves access to you. The strongest women are not strong because life was easy for them. They are strong because they learned the importance of protecting their value. They stopped settling for less. They stopped shrinking themselves to fit unhealthy environments. And they realized that the moment you raise your standards, you begin changing the direction of your entire life without needing permission from anyone else. Mastering emotional control is one of the most powerful things a woman can do for her life. Emotions influence decisions, relationships, confidence, and personal growth every single day. When emotions are uncontrolled, they can create chaos, impulsive choices, unnecessary pain, and regret. But when emotional strength is developed, it creates peace, clarity, and stability even during difficult situations. Many people believe emotional control means suppressing feelings or pretending not to care. But true emotional control is different. It means understanding your emotions without allowing them to control your behavior. It means learning how to pause before reacting. Strong women still feel pain, disappointment, anger, sadness, and frustration, but they do not allow temporary emotions to destroy their future or peace of mind. One of the biggest reasons people stay emotionally exhausted is because they react to everything immediately. Every opinion affects them. Every criticism hurts deeply. Every difficult situation creates panic. Without emotional control, outside circumstances constantly control your inner state. This creates instability because your peace becomes dependent on other people's actions, words, and behavior. Emotionally strong women learn how to protect their peace internally. They stop giving every situation emotional power over them. They understand that not every comment deserves a reaction, not every disagreement deserves energy, and not every person deserves access to their emotions. Emotional maturity teaches you how to remain calm in situations that once would have destroyed your confidence or mood. Mastering emotional control also changes relationships. Many unhealthy relationships continue because emotions overpower logic. People ignore red flags, tolerate disrespect, and stay attached to situations that damage them emotionally because they fear loneliness or rejection. Emotional strength allows you to think clearly instead of reacting from desperation, insecurity, or temporary feelings. Another important part of emotional control is learning how to respond instead of react. Reactions are impulsive and emotional. Responses are intentional and thoughtful. Strong women take time to understand situations before speaking or making decisions. This creates wisdom, self-respect, and stronger communication. Emotional control also affects self-confidence deeply. A woman who cannot manage her emotions often feels overwhelmed by stress, fear, and anxiety. But a woman who learns emotional discipline develops inner stability. She trusts herself more because she knows she can handle pressure without losing control of herself. The world constantly tests emotional strength through disappointment, criticism, heartbreak, comparison, and uncertainty. Without emotional control, these situations can break confidence and peace very quickly. But mastering emotions creates resilience. It creates the ability to remain grounded during chaos, focused during pressure, and calm during moments that once felt impossible to handle emotionally. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It is necessary for your emotional health, your confidence, and the quality of your life. Many women spend years sacrificing their peace to keep other people comfortable. They tolerate negativity, disrespect, drama, emotional exhaustion, and unhealthy relationships because they fear disappointing others or being seen as difficult. But constantly abandoning your own peace to satisfy everyone else slowly destroys your mental and emotional strength. Peace is one of the most valuable things you can have because without it, success, beauty, money, or attention mean very little. A calm mind allows you to think clearly, make better decisions, and live with emotional stability. But protecting peace requires boundaries, self-awareness, and the courage to walk away from environments that constantly drain your energy. One of the biggest threats to peace is allowing too many people access to your emotional space. Not everyone deserves your time, your attention, or your personal energy. Some people bring constant negativity, criticism, gossip, chaos, and emotional confusion wherever they go. The longer you stay around toxic energy, the more it begins affecting your own mindset. Stress becomes normal. Anxiety increases. Self-doubt grows quietly over time. Protecting your peace also means becoming careful about what you consume mentally. Social media comparison, constant negativity online, unhealthy conversations, and emotional drama can slowly damage confidence without you realizing it. Your mind absorbs what you repeatedly expose it to. If your environment is filled with chaos, eventually your thoughts become chaotic too. Many women feel guilty for creating boundaries because they were taught that constantly giving to others makes them a good person. But boundaries are not cruelty. Boundaries are self-respect. They protect your emotional health from people who continuously take without giving support, understanding, or positivity in return. A strong woman understands that protecting her peace allows her to show up healthier, calmer, and stronger in every area of life. Peace also comes from learning to let go of things you cannot control. Many people exhaust themselves trying to fix everyone, please everyone, and control every situation. But real peace comes when you stop carrying emotional burdens that were never yours to carry. You cannot control other people's behavior, opinions, or choices, but you can control your response and the access you allow them to have in your life. The strongest women are not the ones constantly surrounded by noise and attention. They are the ones who know how to protect their inner calm. They choose environments that help them grow instead of draining them emotionally. They stop chasing chaos disguised as excitement, and they realize that peace is not weakness. It is power, emotional maturity, and self-respect working together quietly inside their life every single day. Becoming mentally stronger changes the way you handle life, relationships, pressure, and personal growth. Mental strength is not about pretending to never feel pain or acting emotionally cold. It is about developing the ability to stay stable, focused, and resilient even during difficult moments. Life constantly tests people through disappointment, criticism, failure, rejection, heartbreak, uncertainty, and stress. Without mental strength, these challenges can easily break confidence and create emotional chaos. Many women struggle not because they are weak, but because they never learned how to strengthen their mindset. They depend too heavily on external validation, temporary emotions, or other people's opinions to determine their self-worth. When criticism comes, they lose confidence. When rejection happens, they doubt themselves completely. When life becomes difficult, they feel emotionally defeated. But mental strength changes the way challenges are viewed and handled. Mentally strong women understand that difficult moments are part of growth. They stop expecting life to always feel comfortable or fair. Instead of seeing every obstacle as a reason to quit, they begin seeing challenges as opportunities to grow stronger emotionally and mentally. This shift in perspective creates resilience because strength is built through pressure, not comfort. One of the most important parts of mental strength is controlling negative thinking. Many people destroy their confidence through constant overthinking, comparison, self-doubt, and fear. The mind becomes dangerous when negative thoughts are repeated daily without discipline. Mentally strong women learn how to challenge those thoughts instead of automatically believing them. They replace limiting beliefs with stronger perspectives focused on growth, solutions, and self-respect. Mental strength also means becoming less emotionally dependent on other people. A strong woman does not allow compliments to define her value or criticism to destroy it. She develops confidence from within because she understands that external opinions constantly change. This creates emotional independence and inner stability. Another important part of becoming mentally stronger is learning how to handle discomfort. Most growth requires discomfort, discipline, patience, and uncertainty. Weak mindsets avoid difficult situations because they fear failure or temporary pain. Strong mindsets understand that avoiding discomfort often creates bigger struggles later in life. Mentally strong women also protect their energy carefully. They stop wasting emotional energy on drama, unhealthy relationships, and situations they cannot control. They focus more on solutions than constant complaints. They understand that peace, discipline, and emotional balance require intentional effort every day. Strength is developed through repeated experiences where you continue moving forward despite fear, pain, or uncertainty. Every difficult moment you survive builds confidence. Every challenge you overcome proves to yourself that you are capable of handling more than you once believed. Over time, mental strength creates calmness, clarity, resilience, and the ability to face life with greater confidence and emotional control. Choosing discipline over excuses is one of the biggest decisions that separates growth from regret. Most people know what they should do to improve their life, but knowledge alone changes nothing without action. Excuses feel comfortable because they protect you from discomfort, responsibility, and temporary failure. Discipline, on the other hand, requires consistency, effort, patience, and accountability. That is why so many people remain stuck for years while waiting for the perfect moment to finally change. Excuses often sound reasonable in the beginning. People say they are too tired, too busy, too stressed, too emotional, or waiting for motivation. But over time, excuses become habits, and those habits slowly create a life filled with missed opportunities and unrealized potential. Every excuse delays growth. Every excuse pushes goals further away. The dangerous part is that excuses provide short-term comfort while quietly creating long-term regret. Discipline is not about being perfect every day. It is about continuing even when you do not feel like it. Some days you will feel motivated and energized, but other days you will feel distracted, discouraged, or emotionally drained. Discipline teaches you how to keep moving regardless of emotions. It allows you to act based on purpose instead of temporary feelings. Many women struggle with discipline because they constantly rely on motivation to carry them forward. But motivation is temporary. It changes depending on mood, environment, and circumstances. Discipline creates stability because it builds routines and standards that continue even when emotions become unpredictable. Choosing discipline also builds self-respect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence becomes stronger. When you say you will wake up early and you actually do it, trust in yourself grows. When you continue working on your goals, despite distractions, you prove to yourself that your future matters more than temporary comfort. Discipline creates internal confidence because your actions begin matching your intentions. Excuses weaken self-belief over time. Every time you avoid responsibility or delay important changes, a part of you loses trust in your ability to follow through. This creates frustration because deep down you know you are capable of more than the life you are currently creating. Discipline also changes your mindset. It teaches patience, emotional control, and long-term thinking. Instead of constantly chasing comfort or instant gratification, you begin focusing on the bigger picture and the woman you are becoming through your daily choices. The future you want requires habits most people avoid because discipline demands sacrifice. It demands focus when distractions are everywhere. It demands effort when laziness feels easier. It demands consistency long after excitement disappears. But discipline gives something excuses never can: progress, confidence, growth, emotional strength, and the ability to create a life based on intention instead of endless reasons for staying the same. Creating the woman you admire begins with understanding that the version of yourself you dream about will never appear by accident. She is built intentionally through daily choices, discipline, mindset, and self-respect. Many women spend years admiring confidence, strength, elegance, peace, and success in others while doubting their own ability to become that kind of woman themselves. But every strong woman you admire was once someone struggling, learning, failing, and growing through uncomfortable seasons of life. The woman you admire is not perfect. She simply made decisions that aligned with growth instead of remaining trapped in comfort. She learned how to protect her peace, control her emotions, raise her standards, and develop habits that strengthened her life instead of destroying it. Becoming her is not about changing who you are completely. It is about becoming more disciplined, more intentional, and more connected to your true potential. Many women wait for confidence before they start changing their life. But confidence is built through action, not waiting. Every time you challenge yourself, keep your promises, and choose growth over excuses, your confidence slowly grows. The woman you admire is created in small moments most people ignore. The mornings you wake up with discipline. The moments you choose self-respect over attention. The times you stay focused instead of distracted. The situations where you protect your peace instead of chasing chaos. Creating a better version of yourself also requires letting go of habits, mindsets, and environments that no longer serve your future. You cannot become stronger while remaining attached to behaviors that constantly weaken your confidence and emotional health. Growth requires honesty. It requires looking at your life clearly and accepting responsibility for the changes needed to become who you truly want to be. Many people fear change because growth feels uncomfortable in the beginning. The stronger version of you requires different habits, different standards, and sometimes different relationships. Not everyone will understand your transformation. Some people will become uncomfortable when you stop settling, stop seeking validation, and stop accepting unhealthy behavior. But personal growth often creates distance between who you used to be and who you are becoming. The woman you admire values herself enough to prioritize peace, discipline, emotional strength, and self-respect. She understands that real beauty is not only physical. It is found in confidence, emotional maturity, intelligence, calmness, and the ability to remain strong during difficult situations. Every decision you make is shaping your future identity. The way you speak to yourself, the habits you repeat, the people you allow close to you, and the standards you accept are all creating the woman you are becoming day by day. The future version of yourself is being built right now through the choices you continue making consistently every single day.